You're the one, every time you say Putin is powerful, you're the one giving him the power. At any point in time, the people around him that are keeping him safe, they're the ones really in power. He's just a man. He's an old man. So at any point in time, the people that are around him can form a coalition and decide, why do we need this old man telling us what to do? And they can kill him off. So he's like a king in a way. Yes, you've got a heavy crown on your head and you have the illusion of power. But if you see, for example, when he sits at a table, he's got to sit 20 fucking feet away from everybody because he's afraid. How are you powerful, but you're afraid? What the fuck are you afraid of? You're going to get poisoned? That's life? That's life. That's how you want to live. The average person has more freedom than Putin. Putin can't go to Walmart without being surrounded by guards. Can we please look at this shit logically? Is he really that powerful? Okay, he's got a lot of money. Okay, so the fuck what? He built a big ass house. Now what? You bought all the cars. Congratulations. You've eaten all the food. Now he has cancer. Now what? You're still stuck in a shit body. If at any point in time, because I've seen his face, he's getting plastic surgery. So that tells you about his mindset. He's also afraid of aging. So now he's getting plastic surgery, getting cheek fillers and the jaw. And like that tells you that's an insecure man. So all that money in the world, literally the world's richest man that we know of, they're not going to put that on Forbes because of how he got his wealth. But you're the world's richest man. Even look at Jeff Bezos. On paper, the world's richest man. And this nigga's on, excuse me, sorry. I forgot I was recording. And this guy, I flagrantly throw on the N-word sometimes, but this guy is on steroids or whatever, HGH. It's basically glorified steroids, right? And he's like jacked and you could tell he's getting stuff done with his face. All that money, you're still insecure? Elon Musk, all that money, you got hair plugs. You're still insecure. So you're saying that you care what people think about you. Me, I don't have as much money as you. Elon Musk cares what the general public, people who make $15 an hour or minimum wage or, middle class or just like, trying to get by. The reason why he goes on Twitter to engage with the general public is because he gives a fuck about what the average person cares. He cares about what the average person has to say about him, thinks about him. Is that power? That's a fucking illusion of power. So what I always say is this. When you have money, all you can do is basically buy more expensive versions of shit you already have. That's it. Okay, so let's go back to Putin. He has all these bodyguards now. He's basically like a prisoner. You do realize that, right? Like there's no, what's he gonna is he gonna go to the club? So he can have women at any point in time, but these women don't love him and he knows that. You can go on Bumble right now, fucking, I don't know, Tinder or something, right? And find people who don't know who you are and you could just sort of like get to know, like make friends. He can't make friends because he's afraid that they're going to fucking kill him. That's fear. That's what he has to live with. He has to have somebody taste his food. I don't have to have anybody. Nobody's trying to fucking poison me. I'm not a dick. So here's the way I see it. If these 13 families are in here and they're controlling everything, one, they don't have the freedom that an average person does. They live mostly in fear that the populace will wake up, which is why we're so heavily censored, which is why they're trying to get rid of TikTok, which is why everything is the way it is. Which is why we're so heavily programmed. Is fear. You would think that if these are people we're supposed to aspire to, the so-called elites, they would be absolved of fear. And so when a person goes and gets plastic surgery, a person like Putin gets plastic surgery, or a person like Bezos gets plastic surgery, that tells me, hey, you have a parasite in your head too. So billions of dollars couldn't even absolve you of that internal monologue that's scaring the fuck out of you, thinking that's telling you people are going to think you're old. Go get plastic surgery. You have the same shit in your head as I do. So what the fuck did all your money give you, really? Just more expensive shit that I already have? Bro, I have a car. So you've got 15 cars. You only have one ass. You can't drive all 15 cars at the same time. So you've got more clothes. Good for you. Where are you going? He wears the same suit over and over again. I'm sure it comes in different, like slightly, whatever it's made out of. I don't give a shit though. It's the same thing. So he could eat, but the food that he's eating, like, you got to be careful because all that opulence, it makes you gain weight. So he can't even like eat the way he wants to eat because he has to look trim. And now he's sick. And sure, he has access to medical care or whatever, but it's still the same medical care. Obviously, whatever it is, they haven't developed a technology that will literally reverse his aging. He doesn't have access to that. Bezos doesn't, all that money in the world, and he still has to go to a regular ass plastic surgery. Like, you would think that he would have access to some shit that would legit, like, if you believe the shit that people on YouTube are saying is true, which I'm sorry, and I'm about to say some things, and maybe it's gonna cause some people to I don't care, honestly. Nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They're all getting plastic surgery. That's why they all look like shit. It's not even good plastic surgery because there are not that many good surgeons. You can make up this story, but you have to ask yourself, where are these stories coming from? And my guess is it's probably some alphabet boys with some dark government and what they do is they find people whose minds are inclined towards questioning the narrative. So they find people who are naturally sort of rebellious, and then they feed them bullshit, and then they tell them this is actually the truth. And so then your mind gets sent down this rabbit hole or that rabbit hole, and you're not actually sitting and actually looking inside of your head. So while you're kind of scared of this conspiracy theory and this conspiracy theory, and you're thinking about all of these different shit, you're not taking that same energy that you've now fractured into all these pieces and pulling that energy back into yourself to be a powerful human being, to develop a powerful mind, to challenge your one enemy, which is the parasite in your fucking head.